All right, good morning, boys and girls. Let's review our high frequency words from yesterday. Remember, we're working on the sound. Can be spelled I-R, E-R, or U-R. And this week, we're working on the E-R, saying So, let's review our words. After, good. Better. Father. That's right, letter. Over. Paper. River. Together. Under. And water. Good job. All right. We're also going to review our power words from yesterday that you heard in the story that I read to you, how a camping trip saved America. So let's review those words, if I can find them. Let's see. Here they are. All right. First one is immigrant. Remember, an immigrant is someone that's born in a different country and moves to a different country. Okay, that they weren't born in the country that they moved to. Then we have attended. Attended means it's a place or event that you went to. Okay, you attended church. You went to church, or you attended school. Back when we attended school in the good old days. That means you went to it. Okay, soared. If something soars, it rises high up into the sky. Okay, a kite can soar, an airplane can soar, birds soar. Okay, and then we have vanishing. Vanishing means something that is vanishing is something that's going away. I remember in our book yesterday, they talked about if they didn't protect the national parks, then our wilderness would vanish. It would go away. And we have settled. If you're settled into something, you become comfortable in it. And Teddy Roosevelt and Johnny Muir would settle under the stars or settle under the trees and settle down for bed. And of course, we have wilderness. That's a large open land that's not used by people. Only animals, and you can go camping in the wilderness. So those are words you saw in the story I read. This week you're going to be reading a procedural text. Procedural text is where it tells readers how to do or make something. And so you're going to be making a timeline this week. And so some of these words you're going to see in your story called How to Make a Timeline. Okay, the first one is pride, right? Pride is a noun, so it's something that you can feel. It's when you feel pride, you are pleased about something you did well. What are some things that you feel pride in, proud of yourself, or you have pride because you did this, something that you did really well. Okay, pride. Overflowing. Okay, if something is overflowing, no more can fit in it. Okay, so you can see here the water in the glass is overflowing. Okay, no more can fit inside of it. Okay, or the box could be overflowing with pencils if they're all falling out. Next one is a noun. It's elders. Now, elders are people who are older than you. So, I'm your elder. Did you know that? Okay, your parents are your elders. Your grandparents are your elders. So, I enjoy listening to and learning from my elders. Okay, and usually we talk about grandparents or our elders, people that are a lot older than us. But anybody that's older than you is actually your elder. Okay. Next one is an adjective. Ashamed. And when you're ashamed, you feel bad about something you've done. I know I've been ashamed of some things that I've done, and I'm probably sure you have. So in this picture, it says, Elena was ashamed because she did not follow the directions for her project. Okay, but if you work hard, then you wouldn't feel ashamed, right? But ashamed. Another word you're going to see this week is current. It's an adjective. It's going to describe a noun. And if something is current, it is happening in the present time. So this coronavirus is current because it's going on right now. Okay, when you grow up and you read in your history books about this coronavirus and all the things that we had to do during it, then it will be history. But right now it's current because it's happening. We're going through it right now. People read newspapers to keep up with current news. Okay, we have a verb, which is arrange. If you arrange things, you're going to put them in a certain order. We arranged the boxes in size order. You can see they went from biggest to smallest. They put them in some type of an order. Okay. At school, I arranged the desks so that everyone can try to see the board, don't I? We got to try to fit 21 desks in there, and it's kind of hard sometimes, but I have to arrange them in a special way. And then we have a noun, statements. Statements are words or sentences that people said or wrote to share information. So the reporters asked the firefighter if he had any statements to make, any words that he wanted to tell people. That's a statement. And our last word is timeline. It's a noun. And a timeline is a visual that shows events in the order that they happened. Okay, this timeline shows the history of the changes to the telephone. So you can see way back when what the telephone looked like in 1885, and then how it changed all the way to 2015. We're using cell phones. So that's a timeline. They put it in order. Timelines are going to be in order, so when you make your timeline, yours is going to be in order as well. I just want to review something real quick. You know, good readers always check for understanding as you're reading. And you monitor it, right? We ask ourselves questions. Remember, we talk about that all the time, that you ask yourselves questions before you start reading. You ask yourself questions during reading. And so you guys probably remember this when we talked about monitoring and clarifying. Okay? It says, pay attention as you read. If something doesn't make sense, then try these things to help you understand. Okay? The first thing you can do is reread the part, I can't even read that way. Reread the part of the text that you don't understand. Okay, reread it again. Go back over. What was it they said? Okay, you can use what you already know to connect to the text. Remember we talk about, oh, this part reminds me of that time I went to Six Flags and my mom did that. So I can understand what they're going through or what they're doing. So connect it to something you remember. Or you can ask questions.